So what are the Equip and Explore programs? Well, together, Equip and Explore encompass an entire high school program. Equip is designed for grades 9 through 11, and Explore is designed for 12th grade. Many families historically have chosen to homeschool through high school, but especially in recent years, with all the changes in education, many families are choosing to start homeschooling or to start homeschooling through high school. And that's a lot of responsibility. As somebody who absolutely loved being homeschooled through high school, loved being a high school student, there's so much opportunity, there's so much potential, you're building the foundation for adulthood. There's also a lot of stress. There's a lot of decisions to be made, there's a lot of weight. And Equip and Explore are designed to come alongside you as the parent, not to replace or supplant you, but to come alongside you as you help your student to prepare for the real world, to prepare for adulthood, and to prepare not just for high school, but for everything that lies beyond. So what does coaching look like in Equip and Explore? In these high school programs, coaching takes place in a group environment. During that coaching call, the coach is going to work with your student on setting new goals, on reporting on the goals that they set at the last call. So there's some coach accountability as well as some peer accountability there. They might talk about questions your student has or the things that they've been learning. This coach is also going to work with your student and their fellow classmates through whatever elective course they're working through at the time. That might be a life skills course, it might be a study skills course, it might be our Navigate Life Purpose course, but they'll be working through some specific content and some specific questions with your student to help them really get the most out of that material. What courses is your student going to take during their time in Equip or in Explore? Well, these programs are designed to come alongside the curriculum that you're already using. So we're not going to replace that. However, your student is going to have the chance to work through a number of elective courses every year that they are in Equip or in Explore. And this is something that they'll do with the other students in their program and be led by their coach in. Students who are just starting out are going to take a basic study skills course. This is basically an introduction to study in high school. How does this work? How do you manage notes? How do you manage reading? How do you manage memorization? We're going to introduce a lot of these topics and give your student practical opportunities to apply that with the rest of their studies that they are doing. There's also a core life skills course that students will take in Equip. This is going to introduce the concepts of time management and task management and relationships and what that means for your student as a high schooler. Now, the cool thing is these are topics that will continue to build. These are things we talk about a lot in Unbound. And so if your student sticks around for a while, they'll be able to keep taking this to a deeper and deeper level. Now, if your student is in 11th or 12th grade, they'll be able to take an advanced study skills course. So once they've been able to proceed through high school, they kind of have the basics down. It's time to pivot and learn how to study for college. These are two different things. Studying for high school is not the same as studying for college. And so this is something that the coach is going to be able to work with your student on to be able to kind of reframe some of those things and figure out how this needs to look differently moving forward. Students in Explore will also take Navigate. Now, Navigate is our life purpose course. It helps your student to work through a lot of the big questions. Who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going? And what does that mean for my life? Especially if your student is somebody like me who just had no idea what I wanted to do. I had a lot of interests, I had a lot of hobbies, and absolutely no idea what I wanted to do moving forward. Navigate is a great course to help your student start to find direction in those different areas and to do so alongside their fellow students and under the guidance of a coach. So how do groups work in Equip and Explore? How do teams work? How does that all look? Well, your student is going to be placed in a team typically of between 6 to 8 other students who are also in their grade. So as somebody who's at the same level, that's intentional. That allows the coach to be able to really cater the content and the specific things that they're working through with that team to your student and to where they're at and to the age that they're at as well. So how do Explore students earn college credit? It's a great question. Your student is going to earn college credit through credit by examination, namely through CLEP exams. Now, there are a few intentional reasons for this. First, CLEP exams are a very affordable way for your student to start dipping their toes into the college world and earning credit. They're also extremely flexible, and this is going to let your student have some leeway and some flexibility in working with their teammates. So they don't have to have that test taken at a particular time. If they need a little more time, if they need a little less time, the coach can help them customize their study plan to be able to accommodate that. In the world that we live in today as young adults, we desperately need the ability to pivot and to learn information at a very fast rate, at an accelerated rate. And this is something that students learn very well through the process of taking a CLEP test, figuring out what you need to know, figuring out a plan to learn it, mastering that, and then proving that you know it. This is something that we'll continue to teach in Unbound. It's a principle that your student will find incredibly valuable for the world that they have to live in. That's one reason that we let them start dipping their toes into that through CLEP tests and Explore. Is there any required reading for Equip and Explore? Yes, there is. But the cool thing is we try to customize this every year with what's going on in the world, with what your student might need. And so this is a new list that your student will get every year. Some of those books are going to be the same. Some of them are going to be different. This is a list that you as the parent will get in advance of the school year so that you have some time to look for those books before everything begins. Can a student start in any grade, or do they have to start at a particular spot? They can start in any grade. Each of these years is designed to be self-contained, so your student can start in 9th grade, they can start in 11th grade, but the years also do build and stack on each other. So if your student starts in 9th grade, they'll have something new to do every year that they're in the program. It will continue to scale. But if you have an 11th grader or a 12th grader coming in, that's totally fine. They can start in 11th or 12th grade and still get a significant amount out of that school year. So why choose Equip and Explore? Well, at the end of the day, high school is an incredible time of potential. Sometimes there's a lot of uncertainty. There's also a lot of possibility. We want to help you and your student to reduce the uncertainty and capitalize on the possibility and the opportunity. We want this to be a time that your student can walk away from with excitement about the future, with the actual skills that they need to succeed, and with a foundation for adulthood that goes far beyond the end of high school and prepares them for success in all the years to come.